Michael Tracos, Cam Cole for Post Media here at the SAP Center in San Jose, where on Sunday night the Pittsburgh Penguins won their 4th Stanley Cup in franchise history with a 3-1 victory over the San Jose Sharks. And guys, Cam, I'll start with you. I think that the Pittsburgh Penguins were the better team not only in this series, but probably in the entire playoffs.
Well, that's what happens when you win the Stanley Cup. That's the title you get to wear. I think they were a team this year, and I think that's why it was so difficult to choose a Conn Smythe Trophy winner. I was not a voter this year for the first time in a while, but if I had been, I'd have been sweating it on deadline trying to pick one out of these guys. I think Crosby was an excellent pick, but there could have been many others.
You know, Mike, we've done a lot of stories, I know you have, about goaltenders, and you know, maybe Matt Murray sometimes looked a little shaky, but the fact that this kid came up, played more playoff games than he did career regular season games, and backstopped these guys to a cup. He deserves a lot of credit, as do a lot of the Penguins rookies.
Yeah, 6-0 and bounce back games after a loss in the playoffs, which is just unheard of. And it's funny, we were talking to him on the ice actually here after the victory, and someone said, "Oh yeah, again, you were really calm in net, nothing seemed to rattle you." He goes, "I wasn't calm, I was nervous." This guy's very much a 22-year-old, and he was very much in an environment that maybe he didn't quite realize, but at the same time, he understood the implications of going to a Game 7, and good on him for really, fingers were kind of pointing towards him and came up huge.
And one of the other stories here through this Stanley Cup run, Bill Kessel, and 12 months ago, he was in Toronto. He was a scapegoat, and deservedly so for a lot of reasons. In Toronto, gets traded to Pittsburgh. They put him in a situation he didn't have to be the player. He did not have to be their top scorer. He did not have to come out and talk to the media every day. And Cam, he wore a huge smile after this. That, you know, they talk about horses for courses. Jim Rutherford, when he traded for Phil Kessel, put him in a situation where he could succeed.
And this is a team built around speed. It's a tremendously fast hockey club. The young guys they brought in were fast. Guys like Carl Hagelin is fast. Kessel is certainly fast. He's a great fit for this team, and I think that's probably why he was such a factor in this whole run.
And Mike, your final thoughts as we close out a 2-month grind to find out that the Pittsburgh Penguins are Stanley Cup champions?
Well, you know what, I'm going to shift it over to the San Jose Sharks, who, you know what, I think a lot of people right now are wondering what this means for guys like Joe Thornton, Joe Pavelski, Patrick Marleau, who yet again don't get it done. And you know what, props on them for what a great playoff. And I hope that they kind of silence a lot of the detractors and a lot of those criticisms, because they were very much a great team here. And Martin Jones, for one, really almost stole this and made it go to a Game 7. So a little respect for the losers in that regard.
Well, it's been a great run. Thanks for reading and watching all our post media coverage. Up next, Mike will be in Vegas for the awards. We'll be in Buffalo for the draft. And then there's free agency. Hockey never ends, and neither does our coverage on Post Media. For Michael Tracos, Cam Cole, I'm Mike Zeisberger for Post Media in San Jose.